Our security challenge demands smarter approach, says Osinbajo. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo yesterday said the nation's security challenge demands that leaders devise smarter means of curbing the menace. Okay, like I was waiting for him to say that. Then, okay, after that, then what are you saying? Are you not like the leaders? I mean, it has gotten to the point where people from all parts of the country, they open like suggestions. I mean, they should be they should be, how am I going to do it? They should be digital about these things. Who says that you cannot take advice or take suggestions from people outside your advisors? Who says so? It has gotten to a point where in this country where people will like, and everywhere is digital. Open like if it is, a platform where people will come in, drop their suggestions, and you work on them if it is going to make sense. Everybody drop your suggestion. If you feel like you are out of ideas, sincerely, I think they are the ones to be saying, we to be saying this to them, that they should develop a smarter way of a smarter approach towards this security challenge. They should take their own advice. Now the news in detail. Osinbajo added that the country must begin to manufacture its own weapons if it must quell insurgency, as the sale of weapons to tackle terrorism has been politicized. Speaking at the grand finale of Obafemi Awolowo University 45th convocation, he said hope was on the rise as some Nigerian company had begun manufacturing military equipment. The insecurity problem that we are experiencing, the rise of terrorism in some parts of the country, the access to illegal weaponry by non-state actors tells us that we must be smarter in politicizing the country using smart drones and surveillance equipment, the VP said. The politicization of means of purchase of weapons tells us that we must manufacture our own arms. Already, some Nigerian companies led by Profex, a Nigerian company, is manufacturing APCs and exporting them to several African countries. Other companies and government-owned Daikon are manufacturing different types of ammunition. Yes, the challenges are much, but the means to resolve them and the elements are here already. Young Nigerians are rising to the challenges facing the country. It is, however, said right here in Ife that is effective economic planning and even more effective implementation that could help us to avoid a disaster and make phenomenal progress. And so, our National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 is an attempt to chart a path for the future. The future belongs far more to you graduates, so you need to pay more attention to it. In his convocation lecture, Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu of Ondo State lamented Nigerian faulty structural arrangement, saying the federal government needs to unburden itself with too much power to douse rising ethnic national agitations. Delivering a paper titled, "When is a Nation? Exploring the Socio-Political Crisis in Post-Independence Nigeria," he stressed that a diverse ethnic nationalities in the nation should be allowed to thrive on their own, noting that items such as education, healthcare, judiciary, police, prison services, and resource control should be on the concurrent list. He lamented that states are mostly entirely dependent on handouts from the federal government, saying no state is empowered to take independent decisions for the benefit of its people. Approvals must come from the center on virtually everything. This constitution vests all the lands in the state and the state governor, who hold the same in trust for the people. The incident attacks on farmers by criminal herders who destroy the crops of these long-suffering downtrodden members of the society expose the impotence of state governors, Akeredolu said. Well, this is a time where they're supposed to take their own advice. Taking their advice is like the best thing that would ever happen. It has gotten to a point where they should They should speak less and act more. Exactly. They should speak less and act more. If they can come out and say this, that is a time where, then they should look. Once upon a time, Nigeria was operating in a regional type of government. Please, if we go back to that type of government now, if this one is seeming like it is not, people are, yes, like, let's try it out, like say for 5-10 years and see how it goes. So be sincere. No region will come out that time and say, oh, the government did not do this for us, and they did not. It will be like, it will be your state government. And let me say this, it will, or it might, or it may encourage healthy competitions. Saying every state government, do your thing yourself. Run your own yourself. Police your thing yourself. Anything you want to do by yourself. What will we make? By the time state A see that state B, they are doing things well. What is going on? They are moving forward in this area, and what see here? What would they do? They can even go and join hands together. What are you doing that is making your state to be like this? You have no excuse. And in any state now that now comes down and say, they will not know that the problem is not even from the center anymore, that it is from the state. To be sincere. Or better still, we'll come together and trash this constitution that does not reflect the will of the people at all. That does not reflect the will of the people, because I tell you, there are so many things that are written in that constitution that are against the same people it is supposed to protect. Yes. So this one is, apart from the fact that, okay, they talked about producing arms now and weapons and ammunition. How are they in fact, a lot of things boils down to the government, the federal government, because one, I tell you, how are they helping these companies to thrive? First of all, for these companies to thrive, they need to get support. And one of the biggest support they can get is that this insecurity issue is done and dusted, like it becomes a thing of a past, so that this particular or this company or all others can also thrive. Yes, that is one issue. Now, that is one way they can deal with this issue. Another way of doing that is that they can actually come and take suggestions. Let them develop smarter ways, because they are suggesting it via themselves. Smarter ways of doing things. Giving people, taking suggestions. Who says that, I say again, who says that the government can only take suggestions from advisors? It is high time they take suggestions from people who are even just the masses, and they sieve the good ones there and throw away the ones that are not okay. Then implement the ones that are looking very fine. That is just it. On those notes, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.